gone into that. Is the we poured this about 70,000 cubic meter concrete in 90 days for entire road, which is 90 lane kilometers. And it is the only road which was designed for 60 years. Why can't be 100 years? That should be your the thought process. Why we should conventionally, somebody is written in the code or guidelines, design concrete road, the design should be 25 years, I will go with the 25 years. No. Why it cannot be 50 years? What is the shortfall in the design? Can we support that and redo it? That should be that. If you design for 200 years, whether I will be here or not, I will ask our children to look it. Then I will also tell my children to tell his children to look at that. That should be the thought process. That is how it is make more sustainable way. This is again detail. This is just you see the top layer. Up to BC you will get the roads. This is all built. In the country except bypasses, no roads are newly built. Either from the Stone Age to till date, there is a cycle track, there is a pedestrian track connecting the village. It was just gradually widened for cycle, two-wheeler, four-wheeler, 1.5 lane, 2 lane, 2 to 4 lane, 4 to 6 lane. Now people are working for expressway with 8 lanes. This is how gradually. Very rarely that new roads are built unlike new cities are built in India. Very 2-3 cities are built in India newly. One is Chandigarh, other one is New Raipur. Where is the cities? I don't see any cities which was newly built. It was all expanded. Bendakaluru become Bengaluru, Bengaluru become a smart city or whatever you call it, garden city, IT city, all these things. That's how growth has happened in the country. We should see that. What is the strength? It is a strength. We are not gone for new things. We handled the entire earlier villages. We saw that the converted entire thing, conversion has happened along with us. We are not left out anything, either our practices or our heritage or our culture. See, it has been built. We have to carry all those things when the change is happening also. That's how it was. You see, just only PQC I am putting that, nothing else. Instead of overlay, I am putting one more PQC. Only thing you have to believe your product. I believed my concrete without reinforcement, without anything. I told you put it. I took a lot of risk. This is our stress distribution. We asked the IITs, some of the colleges to study. It was right now this project is studied by IIT Kharagpur. Dr. Amarnath Reddy is working on this. These are the mixed designs. Again here, there is a lot of restriction on the department people not to use PPC and all. Let us exploit what is the new material coming into that. When new model comes, I will leave old model of the mobile. Certainly will leave. Oh, S7 Naga, S6 is irrelevant for me, and nobody want to look at it. You cannot, you don't even, you feel ashamed to show it to somebody. I got S6 because S7 is there in the market. But here we want to slug on to 450 kg minimum cement content, water cement ratio, everything we want to slug on around 100 years back. These are the simple stages in construction. This is a Ganga fiber tree. Here, the beauty of this concrete is we will get more strength in the field rather than the lab. Most of the roads, because of this kind of system, I will show this is a milling. Just mill 1 to 2 inches for profile correction or little bit bonding creation for the one layer to other layer. Just this is a mill portion. This is a highway 21 meter. It is 11.5 meter on this side and that side. This is a paver of 8.5 meter to 9 meter width. It's a huge machine. And here again I will have a something to ask with Narayan afterwards. We'll do that. Just to observe this machine, I'll ask the questions afterwards. Is a general discussion. I was something different to think actually. I am 100% wrong, but still I want to think in that way. I'll discuss later. You see this machine, you see that, and you have seen that what is the process went behind here. This is the surface. We are putting the concrete on this, and slump of the concrete almost 0 to 30 mm or 40 mm. Just runs on that. Once it goes front, it will leave behind this kind of a finished surface. Nothing. It runs almost 1 minute, 1 meter. That is the capacity of the machine, and it covers almost 8.5 meter, 2 lane completely. See, this almost 80 to 90% finish is happened, and afterward they does manually for finer finish. This is a bull float. Again, they do texturing either by manually or by machine. Also, we can do texture to have the surface, this one. Again the curing compound is applied immediately after that. And today we are not able to come out of the curing itself. Lot of things has happened in the chemistry, chemical engineers, all these things. Still we want to cure our concrete. Can we think of concrete? See, if you are not connecting to the industry, you will be lost out. When last summer Maharashtra has left with part of the Maharashtra don't have the drinking water. At that time they hauled this water from other place through this railway wagons. They transported. I think I think you must have read in the newspapers. But what is my role? I am a civil engineer. I am going to work with the concrete. Can I make my concrete not without using water for curing at least? Can we think of that? Is kind of a thinking we have to do, because the water and other materials is going to be scary every day. Even I started M sand in 2000. There was no codal, nothing. But I replaced when I started my RMC. It was well within my control RMC plant. 50% I replaced without asking anybody. That was the thing. Today there is M sand is everywhere. I am happy to see that, because time is teaching us. Why we have to wait for the time to teach us? We reciprocate, proactive, just getting into the system, see that whether it's work properly or not, meets the requirement, whether it's structural requirement or any other requirements. Once you convinced, you boldly go to the public and say that. I took 3 years to convince entire IRC body, because Justa was there in Bangalore. Most of the times he was there in the government advisory body, and this road comes under the Karnataka PWD, and it was on a PPP model. They are not allowing us to do that. I convinced the entire government. It took 2 years to 3 years to get the sanction for a private player. That is a pain. Once you convince, you go boldly out. You see that how models will be brought it. He is not bother about old model is there, I should not be worried for S6 and all. He will come out with S7, S8. That's how we have to work. Securing compound, it's a major issue. So everybody should keep in mind what should not be used for curing concrete. Come out with any solution. There's a huge opportunity for your R&D people. We see that how it can be produced integral waterproofing concrete, or here what we recommended is wax based curing compound. We have to study whether it is really working 100% and all, because as an industry I don't have facility to test. This is the huge road. You can see that. Again they are gone for Ganji bag and water curing. Lot of water is spent on that because of the specification given in the courts. Again the wrapping has happened. It's all required once wind velocity is very high on the open road. It is this national highway. So to avoid the animals crossing when we are done the concreting, they put that barrier, all these things. This is the simple, just they have done this wherever they feel undulation and all, the gradient. Their lane marking. See this road is beautifully done actually. You drive at least 13 kilometer length is there with this 21 meter. You enjoy this road actually. There is no single. It is a tall road actually. If you enter from PES college, you will reach Mysore Road, main road, which is connecting to Bangalore. You will reach that. This is the link road. It's beautifully came up very well. First white topped and I think largest white topped road in the country in a national highway standards. This other part of the road, which is a main carriage which is connecting to Mysore Road. This is all other way. This we see that. In fact, we approach this Air Force people because they landed one aircraft at Yamuna, Mathura Agra Road 3 years back. We want to do the same trial because some of the bridges are coming in between. Air Force has given the clearance, but the 4 kilometer they should not, because the jets are high speed. They are required to stop at least 4 to 5 kilometers clear way. That is the reason we could not able to do this. Otherwise, this road is fit for that. Otherwise, they cleared that entire thing. Only because of this in between, you see the bridges is coming that they don't want to take the chance for landing and all. See the roads are converting into landing, aircraft landing. Can you imagine? And an emergency space. Narayan has told the evacuation of the people to Mars. Can we not do small things here? It is not a big thing. It is most practical things. Let somebody is having problem at airport. Let him land on the road. Only toll is stopped there. Vehicle will be contained. Then rest of the time is available for at least 15 minutes. The whole road will be blank. if you stop the toll at the toll, because it is totally controlled access. So that's how we can make use of his. See other part of this entire photographs from that test stretch. You see the toll. It's a wide toll, 1 kilometer, but it is almost 1.5 acre, 2 acres only toll is there. That is a big toll. Again, this is what I was not happy since my day once, because I am started with ready mix my career after my post graduation. Still I am continuing in that industry. So I have seen first RMC plant without any mobile, without any pager, without any walkie-talkie. Now today I got pager, VST vehicle tracking system, everything is there at my disposal for making concrete to be delivered. But when I started, I don't have anything at that time. That was a great experience for us. Still I am not happy with this kind of a system. I take the sample, again fill it. This will be the final business. Once this pass, I get full money. Fail by any reasons, whatever it may be, the middle things, I'll stuck up with the money. That's how it works. That is the reason I don't want to see this. For young engineers, I think this is a great opportunity to think it how to test the concrete entire life, right from adding water to cement after 100 years or 50 years. I think we have done some studies. There was a chips we keep it inside. It gives all the results. We have done some large footings at Mumbai when they are putting the large mass footings. I think it was given very good results. It gives temperature as well as time. Every second, what is the strength development, you can monitor on your mobile. Sit anywhere in the country. That gives the send the signal. App will be there. You can open up. I think that has to be graduated and ensure that acceptability come in the system fast. Again, this is a slump cone, as he rightly said in the morning. I don't want to see once that fellow just removing at that time. If it touches, again it will give more slump. If he is not touching, it will give less slump. Whatever it may be the reason. See again temperature. That's the kind of things it has to come. Now just hold it. It should give at least temperature. It should give at least strength, initial slump. Everything has to come on digitalization. That's what I looking for the from the youngsters sitting here. Forget about rest of the things. It is a system. Road is not ours, or anything is not in our control. But these things, I think you people spend a lot of time how to reduce the water curing, how to take out this water from the system at all. Only water should be given to the making concrete. Beyond that, no drop of water should be given to concrete. Can we think? Can you come out something additive to that, so that you put in the production itself, don't require any curing and further things. That is called sustainability, and it is going to be really. It is not like just going to the Mars. It is a mass consumptions which will save for future generation. That's how you have to think. This again cost. It is almost cost comparison. This is the precautions when you are doing the roads. It is a general precautions. Once you handle M40 grade concrete, which is not a normal grade concrete, which is having a PQC quality, pavement quality concrete is having very slow slump. If you allow it to waste, just delayed for half an hour, it become hardened there itself, because you don't have the workability right now at the place of the delivery. It's a precautions you have to take and see the condition of the weather and other things. Laying that, so that it's a open area, no, you cannot cover it unlike slabs and all. It's very difficult to handle. That's how you have to do that. This is the impact actually on the road. The study has been made. They have taken all the parameters what I have shown advantages. One is saving of the fuel. How much the fuel is saved for 1 year, what is the number of vehicles passing through that toll. They come out with huge numbers, including pollutions numbers and all. It's a huge, they calculated. That's how they call it always highly sustainable. These concrete roads are highly sustainable. This is the impact, what has happened, what is the commercial vehicles per day they are getting every day. They calculated all these things. These are the green technologies we deployed there. All the concrete will be GGBS and fly ash, and curing compound we used, most of the things. I think rest of the places they are not using water. Here this is the important project. Department insisted to go for additional water curing, otherwise we are not doing that. This is again comparison. some of the parameters, initial cost, maintenance cost. Vehicle damage cost is very high when roads are bad. And in fact, Bombay, there is a recent study. There was more abortion as well as aged people got back pains due to the bad conditions of the road. Because they use olas, they use two-wheeler, four-wheelers, and they will be more hurry to reach their offices. And as a young boy and girl who just newly married and all, they don't get any advice from the parents, because parents will not be there at that place. Their parents will be live away from the houses. These people doesn't know what to do, what not to do, and there are almost plenty of cases they could not able to trace out what is the reason, because they eat food, they go for gym, everything, they are physically fit. Why it is miscarriage? See, suddenly that potholes and all these bad road conditions are leading to this social problem. And I was surprised as the party to that, now struggling here and there with all corporations to convert these roads into concrete roads, or at least usable roads. Again, concrete roads may not be very good, because we don't have skills to make it good right now, because very few people have got the skills. But it is a issue. And after 60, 70 years, somebody uses autos. Once it jumps into that pothole and come out, the old man will get more damage on the back. And again, these issues are more. I think it's more critical in the cities, especially like Mumbai and mega cities, where always waterlogging will be there every rain season, backwater, high tide will be there, and whole sea water will come and open up the drainage, again create lot of issue in that.